Hello my friends and welcome back! And I'm back! Woo! I'm back with improved camera. I had to make a lot of compromises in the past on the camera because obviously it adds to the overall stress of the computer system. But now I have a monster PC. I can, of course, use all the cool features that come with the camera when you use it at the proper resolution with the proper rate of with the proper refresh rate. So you can see now that I am neatly in my box and more of the screen around me is visible, which is great. It's not quite a green screen just yet. Obviously I don't have a green screen, but it's a huge improvement. And speaking of huge improvements, I think I've fixed the issue with this level, in that I can now move on to the next level. So we shall move on to the next level, and I shall celebrate with one of these. Boom! And we're off to the next level. Now, one thing that has definitely changed is the size of recordings. It is now a whopping 20 gigs an episode to record at this quality. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to expand the Google Drive so that the people who are watching the ultra high quality RAWs on the Google Drive, I'm just going to expand the Google Drive to more space so that we can have more, rather than try and tone it down to save space. Although I wonder if a format change would save space, but then I don't want to compromise on the quality either. So, anyway, this is going to be so surreal, you guys listening to this, like, probably about 15 days after I've already started doing 4K stuff with other campaigns, but the true timeline is that I just sat down and played a load of Storm over Europe until I was satisfied, and then, and then I played some other stuff while I was taking a break. Anyway, the situation at the front is critical. The Republicans have launched a major offensive against Brunete to relieve the pressure from Madrid. From our observation post, I can see the Republican army have halted their offensive. This must not be allowed. Franco has clearly expressed a wish that we take the initiative and take advantage of the exhausted Republican front line. Secondary objective, capture all victory hexes. Secondary objective, destroy the Brigata de Carros de Combate. Okay. Primary objective, take this and set up a defensive line. Since the enemy is exhausted and their supply lines are dangerously extended, we can decide if we want to take the fight to the enemy and push them further north. The best defense is a good offense. Caution is recommended when crossing the Alencia, I think that's how that's pronounced, river. Mine general. If we do not secure Valdemorli-Rillo, we can leave our flank exposed. Mine her. It's new intel regarding General Pavlov's armoured brigade. Our scouts report that Pavlov's brigade is operating in this area, but we don't know its exact location. Damn, that armoured brigade again. I wiped that out last time, but anyway. It would be most beneficial if we could remove them from participating in any future engagements. Again. Terrain is mostly flat, so I suggest we deploy additional Panzers and leave some of our artillery in reserve for now. When you're dealing against an armoured brigade, we'll need all the Panzers and anti-tank guns we can deploy. Yeah, the only problem with that is that those anti-tank guns are garbage. They have, unless there's some new ones for me to use, they have not enough. God, I sound like Protoss there. They have not enough stopping power. They have not enough stopping power. You must construct additional hard attack. We've been having some issues with the radio communications. It's going to hamper communication and coordination between your forces and the nationalist forces. A recon aircraft should be enough to track their progress. I received some information that I think will be of interest to you. Demir Benz is developing a new tank and have sent it to Spain to secretly evaluate in combat. Believing use of influence to lay our hand on this new tank. There is more. The nationalists have conquered a large numbers of enemy war material that have arrived in the port of Bilbao, but your quick advance stopped the Republicans from using it against us. They are now offering some of these weapons in exchange for half of our resources. Man, I wish this actually told me what I was going to get. Unit will be ready on turn 3. Captured equipment. Let's be honest, unless the captured equipment is aircraft, I don't care. But there's no way for me to know. Unless I just do it and then restart the mission if it's not aircraft. Half my prestige stockpile. I should have squirreled money away, shouldn't I? I guess this is something you can do if you haven't got commendation points to spend as well. I want the prototype tank. I don't know what the captured stuff is, but oh man, shock tactics. Oh, that's so powerful. Oh boy, oh boy. In case you didn't know, I have overwhelming attack. So, if shock tactics is what I think it is, which is the one that kills movement, then we have the surrender machine. We have the surrender machine. Sadly, I don't have like another copy of Hit and Run or I could take No Retaliation off the Shredder. To be fair, the Shredder will still work just fine as long as the enemy is killed in one hit. Would you believe it? I'm going to surrender machine. Let's find a nice white camouflage for it. That doesn't look like snow. I don't know, man. None of these camouflages kind of... You know, give me that oomph. That's so funny. Fabulous whitewash 1938. Okay. That's new. I'll just stick with the old white tank of old. Let's go with the blue and white tank. Alright, we got a surrender machine. This is gonna be glorious. We're gonna poke stuff and it's just gonna surrender. You know what? I'm actually gonna take hit and run off this one and put it on this one. It only needs to out initiative infantry, and that's not hard. Right, let's have a look at what new gear is in store. Of course, we can buy Italian stuff. Five ground defense. Why do you suck so bad? 9 ground defense on Italian infantry, actually. That's not so bad. That's actually the same stats as the International Brigade. I guess for prototypes we've got some more of these. It's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, the prototypes I got must have been this. More of these. Not great. Not great, but hey. Whatever. Let's upgrade you T26s. I lose some speed, but I gain some stats. It's probably almost time to start retiring BT5s anyway. Okay, let's have a look at the airport situation. I've got a major airport here. We've got one here too, and one here. And a dirt field up here, and a major airport here. That's controlled by the Spanish. I guess the Spanish are like working their way up here. Or something. So not only are they going to annoy me, but they're also going to be invisible. Delightful. Well, I do have a recon plane. I suppose I can bring it back into the fold. This is the only time that a recon plane was precious. It was just based on the sheer fact that I have one recon plane, and that's it. I can't afford for it to get shot down. It's like, leave your artillery at home and bring anti-tank guns. Okay, but these are they're all bad. You know what's funny? This artillery support gun has only got 12 attack. But what I didn't realize is that it doesn't have suppressive fire. So it actually it actually would be useful against infantry. Because it doesn't appear to have the suppressive fire trait that artillery has. It's this trait here, suppressive fire. So actually, this is actually quite a good unit. I never even realized it, but it actually is quite a good unit as a support unit. Because it's got 12 defense and 12 infantry attack. But anyway, it's too late. It's too late to worry about that now. Unfortunately, this anti-tank gun is only slightly better, but lacks forced march. And so I think the answer is going to be to use the anti-aircraft guns in the anti-tank role. Because they are not bad. 9 hard attack, but with rapid fire 2x. Oh no, 1.5x. And of course this beast will turn tanks into dust. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. What can the Italians bring to the table that I might be willing to spend some prestige on? Crappy recon car. Ah, forget it. We'll do our own work. If the area is going to be tank heavy, maybe I should consider switching to the BA6, the anti-tank recon. We got 20 turns. And probably only about 25 tiles to cover. Let's do this. I'll keep the UNL for fast scouting, but I'll run the BA6 as well. We shall make them surrender. Don't bring your artillery. As if I would listen to that nonsense. I may have to press the 8.8 into the anti-tank role if enemy tanks are that severe. Okay, that's it for deployment. Pretty simple, really. Just push up, make a line, put the 15 centimeters behind and the AA guns behind. And also, at every opportunity, use the surrender tank to make people surrender. Which is going to be hugely entertaining. And that's it for deployment. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.